Hey guys! So for May, we've been talking about choice. And this is the last week in May, so we're going to be talking specifically about the difference between a pressure choice and a clean choice. And I think this is so important because if you're someone who doubts their own decisions, that always feels like you choose wrong or that you second guess everything, or you need someone to validate your decision or tell you what to do, or you get scared that if you choose the wrong thing, everything's going to fall apart. If that's you, then listen here. I used to think that I just made bad decisions. I used to think that I couldn't trust myself. I would look back and think, why did I do that? Why did I say yes to that? Why did I stay in that so long? Why did I ignore everything that I already knew? And what I'm realizing now is a lot of those decisions were not clean. They were pressured. And that matters because there is a huge difference between choosing from yourself and choosing from pressure. A pressure choice is when you choose because you feel like you're being pushed by something. Fear, guilt, shame, urgency, people pleasing, wanting someone to not be mad, wanting the discomfort to stop, wanting to be understood, wanting reassurance, wanting to just fix the tension right now. It can feel like I have to make this decision right now. I have to say yes, they're depending on me. I have to make them understand me. I have to keep talking. I have to make this feeling go away. And when you're in that place, it can actually feel like clarity. It can feel like this is what I need to do. But sometimes it's not total clarity. Sometimes it's just your nervous system wanting relief. And I think that's where so many of us get confused because the decision feels urgent. It feels intense. It feels important. So we assume it must be true. But a strong feeling is not always direction. Sometimes a strong feeling is information. Sometimes it's just your body saying, I'm scared, or I don't feel safe, or I need this to stop. And that doesn't mean you ignore it. It means you just don't automatically hand it the wheel. A clean choice is different. A clean choice is not always easy. I want to say that again because a lot of people trip up on that. A clean choice does not always feel calm. It does not always feel comfortable. It does not always make everyone happy. And it does not mean that you feel 100% confident in it. Sometimes a clean choice can still feel scary. Sometimes it can still feel sad. Sometimes it still comes with consequences. Sometimes people are still disappointed in you. But it feels more honest. It feels more aligned. And it can feel like something you can stand beside after the pressure settles. A clean choice sounds more like, that was hard. But it's true. It's true to me. I'm scared. But this still feels aligned to who I want to be. I don't like this discomfort. But I know this is the direction that I need to move. Where I can care about someone else's feelings without abandoning my own or abandoning myself. I can take my time with this. I do not need panic to make this decision for me. And if you're not used to making your own decisions, a clean choice can feel really uncomfortable at first. I know it was for me. Because some of us were trained to choose based on what kept the peace, what avoided conflict, what made other people comfortable, what got approval, what made us seem easy? What made us seem good? What kept us from being too much for somebody? So when you start choosing for yourself, it can feel really wrong. Not because it is wrong, but because it's unfamiliar. Your nervous system might register self-loyalty as danger if you have spent most of your life surviving through self-abandonment. That's a big sentence, but I want you to sit with it, okay? Your nervous system might register self-loyalty as danger if you spent most of your life surviving through self-abandonment. So when you make a clean choice, your body might not immediately go, woohoo, we did it. It might go, are we allowed to do that? Are they going to be mad at us? Are we selfish? Should we explain this more? Should we take it back? Should we make it easier for everyone else? That does not mean the choice was wrong. It means your system is learning something new. This is why I do not think the goal is to make perfect decisions. That's too much pressure, way too much pressure. I think the goal is to start noticing what is driving the decision. Is this being driven by alignment? Or is it being driven by pressure? Am I choosing this because it's true? Or am I choosing this because I want some relief? Am I saying yes because I mean yes? Or am I saying yes because I don't want someone to be disappointed? Am I responding because I want to communicate clearly? Or am I responding because I cannot tolerate the discomfort of waiting? Am I eating this because I want it and I can enjoy it? Or am I eating because I'm stressed, underfed, restricted, ashamed, or trying to soothe something? Am I skipping this workout because my body needs rest? Or am I skipping it because I feel overwhelmed, or I'm disappointed, or I'm disappearing from myself? There's no shame in any of these answers. None. That's the point. We're not using this to beat ourselves up. No, we're not doing that anymore. We're using this to get honest. Because honesty gives you access to choice. If I can notice, oh, I'm about to say yes because I feel guilty about saying no, then I have a choice. If I can notice, oh, I'm about to send this text to get this anxiety to stop, then I have a choice. If I can notice, oh, I'm about to give up my whole day because I ate something off my plan, then I have a choice. If I can notice, oh, I'm about to explain more because I don't feel understood, then I have a choice. You see, that's powerful. The pause is so powerful in this. Not because it magically makes everything okay. Not because it makes everything easier. But because it gives you a chance to come back to yourself before you make a move. This is what we're building here. Not perfect choices, cleaner choices. Choices with more awareness in them. Choices that do not come from panic. Choices that do not come from shame. Choices that do not come from abandoning yourself just to make the moment easier. This is why May's Coming Home workshop on Sundays, the decision filter. Because this is the next step. First, we notice the trigger. Then we build the bridge. Then we name the loop. Then we learn what to do after the pause. And now we're asking, okay, what do I actually choose? The decision filter is going to help us slow that down. Before we act, before we respond, before we say yes, before we quit, before we over explain, before we make the decision or a choice from pressure, we ask cleaner questions. Like, am I regulated enough to make this decision? Is this my pattern talking? Or is this aligned with who I want to be? Will this move me closer to or further from my North Star? Would this still feel true if I slowed down? Am I choosing this because it's honest or because I want relief? This is the work we're doing, you guys. And again, this does not mean you always choose perfectly. You won't. None of us will. But the more you practice this, the more you're starting to build trust with yourself. Because self-trust does not come with always choosing right. Self-trust comes with knowing you can pause. You can notice. You can repair. You can come back. And you can make the next cleaner choice. So this week, I want you to pay attention to where pressure shows up in your choices. Where do you feel rushed? Where do you feel guilty? Where do you feel like you have to fix it right now? Where do you feel like you need someone else to approve the decision before you can trust it? And where do you keep choosing relief over alignment? No shame. Just notice. Because once you see the pressure, you can start choosing something cleaner. And this is how you rebuild trust with yourself. Not all at once, not perfectly, one clean choice at a time. So this week inside the Hub, we're going to be talking about pressure choice versus clean choice. Tuesday, we're going to have a prompt around where you're choosing from pressure. Wednesday, we're going to talk about how this shows up with food. Thursday's vocabulary is discernment. We're revisiting it because we need discernment to tell the difference between pressure and alignment. And in Friday, we're going to bring it into movement with stability over speed. And then on Sunday is the Coming Home Workshop. We're going to talk about the decision filter, and we'll put all of this together for you guys. And so for today, I want you to ask yourself, where am I making a pressure choice? Not perfect, cleaner. That's enough. Have a good week, guys. Don't forget, Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, we have our next support meeting. If that time doesn't work this week for a lot of people, we can switch it to a different time. I just wanted to try it one more week and just let you guys know. All right. Have a wonderful, fantastic week, you guys.